There was a lot of ups and downs in the crypto market yesterday, some green, some red, but you know what really didn't see much red? XRP. XRP actually continued to stay resilient. It broke through some crucial resistance levels, which I think was very important moving forward here. And I think people don't realize how little resistance there is ahead of us. We're going to talk about all that, all these things aligning perfectly in the crypto market. But I do also want to talk about things heating up in Dubai. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So XRP had a lot of ups yesterday. We actually got to a high of $2.65, but this was a nice solid green candle day, up about 7.5%, while a lot of the rest of the crypto market did in fact see some red. All right. We even saw BTC print some red on the daily. We saw a drop down to about 100K 100K7 or so. And that, of course, is when XRP did in fact come down from this $2.60 range. But that breach of our 7.0 line, I think, was very important. Right now, we're sitting right on the edge of this again as we're currently waiting for this CPI report to come in. It's right now about 7:16 a.m. So hopefully we get a good report and can see a sea of green once again in the crypto market. What we have seen is a lot of that short and long leverage start to compress price once again. And it's going to be a question of which way do things break? Do we have enough volume to create some volatility one way or the other? Yesterday was a very solid day in terms of volume, $157 billion in daily trading volume across the crypto market. XRP, $10 billion in daily trading volume. So we're starting to really see some surges in the market. And, you need volume in order to move price. And luckily, the volume for XRP has helped create this scenario where XRP can consistently move to the upside. And what I have to say is that just looking at this chart that Ali Charts posted, you guys can see that, and maybe you can't see this, but you guys can see that there was very little resistance above these ranges that we're currently sitting at price-wise. And there was actually a lot of support below here. It doesn't mean that XRP price can't move lower. Like I mentioned, the long leverage, that could cause some liquidations the opposite direction. But we're in a spot where XRP can very easily make some of these upside moves and start to re-enter price discovery, which would be a very exciting thing. Now, again, we're still broken out on the total market cap of crypto. On the total three, we're fighting this breakout currently. USDT dominance fighting a breakdown. BTC dominance fighting a breakdown. I mean, we're in kind of the perfect scenario to take some major steps forward. And it's a question of, essentially what day does this begin? Does it start today, tomorrow, next week, next month? Who knows? We'll just have to be patient, watch, and wait and see how that happens. And hopefully this morning's report gave us a little bit of that direction. Now, there was a major announcement that was made over the last 24 hours that people need to be aware of. And this was that Dubai to accept crypto payments for government services via crypto.com, advancing its goal of becoming 90% cashless by 2026. Now, how does this relate to XRP and Ripple? If you guys remember back in March, Ripple actually bagged this license to offer crypto payments in UAE. And this is a very big deal because now we are seeing this huge embrace in Dubai, which is a booming economy that is trying to make these huge steps forward in crypto embrace. And Ripple already has a foot in the door. That is where you can see huge use of XRP. And the fact that we already have an existing use case that does settle these cross-border payments, that handles digital services, it's already basically well positioned for adoption in the region. Now, obviously, crypto.com would be a direct competitor with Ripple, but I think the track record stands for itself. Obviously, Ripple XRP Ledger, RippleNet being very different from crypto.com, a centralized entity versus a decentralized chain. They are two very different things. And that is where you could obviously see major steps forward, major uses in terms of XRP and RLUSD and potentially others utilizing XRP Ledger. So I just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention. And it wouldn't surprise me, Dubai is kind of spearheading this adoption of blockchains and crypto tech. And it wouldn't surprise me if now we start to see a lot of these other major nations around the world start to follow in suit. We know that the research phase has been going on for a while for many of these different chains, but we might start seeing major embrace over the course of this year, especially the later part of this year. So sorry to lose my train of thought there at the end, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Is this going to help real XRP adoption in Dubai? Is this going to bring more potential enterprise and government partnerships? So appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.